Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to add Wi-Fi 6E to your Lenovo Thinkpad T480. Now the card I'll be using here today is the Intel AX210. I chose this card specifically because the locations of the antenna ports on it match the ones on the factory Intel Wi-Fi card perfectly, so everything should just plug right in. However, before we can do anything to the laptop, we need to install drivers for this Wi-Fi 6 card first, since Windows 10 and 11 both do not have native support for Wi-Fi 6. Let's go do that. For your convenience, I'll include the link to the driver download page in the description below, and once you get there, you click Drivers and Software, and download the Wi-Fi drivers for Intel wireless adapters right here. So click View Details, and it should take you straight to the download page. Since we're using a 64-bit system, this is the one that will download. Once you're done downloading the installer, open it, and this should pop right up. Just follow the instructions to install the driver. Now the reason we're doing this is because you don't want to save this for later when you already have the Wi-Fi card in there. By that time, the Wi-Fi adapter is not gonna work, so there's gonna be no way for you to download this driver unless you use a different computer and transfer it through a USB drive. Once the driver finishes installing, we can shut down the computer and do our usual prep ritual for DIY work on the Lenovo Thinkpad T480. As always, we start by removing the external battery. Set that to the side. Log into your BIOS settings to disable the internal battery. I had someone ask me before why I always include this step in my videos. There was another comment that said that he wished he knew there was a way to disable the internal battery before frying his backlight fuse. So it's always best not to skip this step. So you go to Config, Power, and disable built-in battery. The screen should turn black like this, and once it does, just verify that you don't have any residual power in there. Once that's done, you can go ahead and open the laptop up. So on the underside of the T480, there are 6 screws holding the lower cover on. Let's go ahead and unscrew them. The screws are supposed to be held on to the lower cover by plastic clips on the other side, but the plastic clip on this one has already worn out, allowing the screw to completely detach from the lower cover. Watch out for that so you don't lose any of the screws. If your T480 still has a rubber cap here covering the port beside the USB-C, make sure to remove this before attempting to remove the lower cover. To remove the lower cover, you start from one of the rear corners, open it like so, work your way forward, proceed to the other side, make sure the front edge is completely detached. If it's not, you start from both front corners and work your way to the middle. Detach this rear rib right here by slowly working your way from one side to the other. And once all of that's done, remove the lower cover completely by raising everything up and slowly sliding it rearwards. There you go. The Wi-Fi card can be found in this corner right here near the battery terminal. So to remove it, first of all, remove the 2 antennas attached to the factory card by placing a fingernail under the terminal, pulling up. Remember that the black one was on the right side. Next, we take our screwdriver here and remove the screw on the Wi-Fi card. Take this out. Once the screw is detached, the Wi-Fi card should just pop up like this, and all you have to do is pull it out. Sliding the Wi-Fi card in is very similar to how we installed this W1 SSD a few videos ago. Slide the Wi-Fi card in at an angle first, and once it's fully seated, get your screw and screwdriver. Get the cables out of the way first. Press down the Wi-Fi card and reinstall the screw. So we noted earlier that the black wire is supposed to connect to the antenna port on the right side of the Wi-Fi card. Let's go do this white wire first. If you're enjoying this video so far, I hope you don't mind clicking that subscribe button down there. I'm currently chasing 1,000 subscribers and will really appreciate all the help I can get at the moment. Right, so let's continue and install this wire right here. And the easiest way to do this is to have one side of the terminal latch onto the port. And once you feel that happen, slowly press down with your fingernail while rotating the wire, pivoting the wire back and forth like this. Once you feel that it's secure, let go and continue pivoting and make sure the terminal stays on there. Great, now let's do this black one. Again, we make the terminal latch onto one side of the port, and once we feel it catch, press down with our fingernail while pivoting it back and forth. Remove the fingernail, continue pivoting, and once it's still securely on there, we can reinstall the lower cover. Now we've finished everything, it's time to reinstall the lower cover. As always, we carefully place it on top and slowly work our way around the perimeter of the laptop. Break this rear edge right here since it always needs a little more attention. We can then tighten the screws one by one. And don't forget the screw that totally came off the lower cover earlier. And don't forget to reinstall the external battery. Boot your T480 right back up, and if you see a bunch of Wi-Fi networks listed over here, that means everything's working as it should. Another way to verify is to open Device Manager, go to Network Adapters over here, and look for Intel Wi-Fi 6E. There you go, Intel Wi-Fi 6E AX210. If you see that, you're good to go. I hope you found this video useful. If you want to see more of these, please hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel. I promise not to spam your feed with clickbaity thumbnails and the like. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.